The hope and goal is to turn nothing into something, get everything we deserve. Pray that we...
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of It's Whatever with the Bishop, Magic Moments with the Mosleys present. I am your host, Bishop Bang, and I got my co-host with me, Funny Man Jeff. Yep. And we are in the building. And we have a guest today. So we like to do this little special thing with our guests. We're going to read off a couple things, and you let us know what we got, and then at the end, you let us know what we're missing. All right? You got it?
I got it.
Because I like you, I'm not even going to read from anything. All right. Let's see what I got here. Okay.
Oh, wait, is he cheating?
No, I don't need that. You're going to tell us about that.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah, all right. So listen, Harrisburg High alumni. I'm not going to say your class because I don't know that part. That's probably showing your age too. That's not polite for
I'm
a man.
okay with my age.
Oh well.
Right.
You can tell us what class then.
99.
Y'all can see 99 in the building.
Yeah.
All right. So we got that. We have you are employed by Patty Kim. I know she's a great boss to you, and you love rubbing elbows with her and all that beautiful jazz. Shout out to y'all for having me on the lip sync battle 2 years ago or a year ago.
Yeah.
So we got that. Your son dropped 24 points last night. I see that.
He has 6 threes.
Little Anthony
Six
Davis
for
Jr.
I'm taking him down for a blood test. I'm just
okay. So you started a business this year. Is that this year? You started it? Yes. Fox's Wash and Go.
Yes.
Moving on up like the Jeffersons out here.
Yes.
Okay. And then you are the founder of Tears for Tarina, which is an organization that brings awareness to domestic violence.
Yes.
Yes.
You got it.
Are we missing anything?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I feel like you're missing a lot because I did a lot.
That's why you're here.
Okay.
You're going to
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
Miss Angel Fox.
Angel Fox is in the building.
All right. How you doing?
Is this my part?
You
I don't know what y'all missed. I got honored a couple times this year.
Okay.
Recognized a couple times this
Yeah,
year.
I seen your face in the magazine.
Yeah. This one.
Yeah. I
seen your
Vice
face in the
Business
magazine.
Directory.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't even know when somebody posted on Facebook, and I was like, "Hey, that's me."
Uh-huh.
And then I was
I
like,
seen you with a couple great people in there. So yeah,
"Yes, Chris Franklin is one of my favorites." We had both our ribbon cuttings this year.
Okay.
We both had big events this year. I think we're both in our seasons right now, and I'm glad to be doing it with him or to be recognized with him. It's always good to be rising with someone that you admire.
Right. That's dope. So what's going on? How is it? I do have questions for you, but first I got some questions.
Okay.
How's everybody's weekend so far, though?
Mine is busy.
Let's get to it.
I kicked ass on my workout earlier.
That's good.
Canceled your work.
I kicked ass on my workout.
Oh.
So one of my questions was, what drives and motivates you?
My boys and my family. I would say my boys and my dad.
Okay.
Just keeping the Fox name alive.
Okay.
In Mississippi, where my mom and dad is from, my uncle has a construction company. He's had it for I don't know how many decades,
Okay.
but he's had it, and it's Fox's construction company. So he was doing it when it was like slavery, so his dad was doing it. So they got a big name there. My cousins in Virginia, and they're starting to do their thing with barbershops and car washes. So now I'm like, it's time for me to do mines here, and we're all in that age range.
Right.
It feels good to know that we're holding on to some part of the legacies, and to leave my boys with something. Being raised by. Growing up, it was 4 girls. My grandma had 4 girls. My mama had 4 girls. And then I got all boys. So it's like, I got to lead them something.
Right.
Like, I got to keep the name going. So
Right, and then they see you, so they're gonna build off of that.
they don't grind as hard as I want them to.
Yeah, they cutting grass and got little
13 and
grass
17.
Oh, they got time.
Well,
Are they
Dewan.
hooping?
Yeah, the one goes hard. That's little Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
That's little Boomerang.
yeah. He grinds. He knows the laundromat better than me.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's starting to learn the QuickBooks app. So we did training yesterday. He missed it. The guy's going to teach him in January. So I'm grooming him like something happened to me tomorrow, God forbid, he going to keep it rolling.
He's in 11th or 12th grade. 11?
No, that's my oldest. My oldest is in 12.
Okay.
My youngest is the one that, my 13-year-old, he's the one that knows everything.
Ooh, okay.
He's the one that cuts grass and do all that stuff.
Oh man, all right.
So what? You got the Carter. I mean the Fox and Wash. The
Laundry.
Trying to say she sells cocaine out there.
I'm just saying that because I said I was going to be real with it. Because the location. So
Oh my God.
I wanted to because I used to deal on Market Street, whatever.
I get the reference now. My bad.
Hey.
I'm just How is it? Because your first business is in a tough location. That's building. It's a building location.
No,
that
it's
location,
beyond tough.
That's why. Listen, I was like,
It's beyond tough.
I was telling my wife, and her and my wife are real good friends. They're like inseparable.
Yes, that's my baby.
I said I was coming up with ideas because I was like, she might need little key scans in order for people to get in, so that everyone can't get in unless you got money on your card to get in to wash your clothes. Because people will hang out for warmth,
And they do.
in there.
I took out 3 people the cops took out 3 people last weekend.
Right.
I wasn't even in the area. So I'm starting to spend more time there when I have time.
Right.
So I told the customers, like, my name is up on the wall. I mean, my number is up on the wall. If you have a problem, if someone's in here doing drugs,
Right.
if you're scared, if you're uncomfortable, if you're there with your kids and you're not comfortable or you don't feel safe, call me. I'll come sit with you while you do your laundry. Or I'll call the cops and have whoever's in there removed. So last weekend I had 2 customers in there. Saturday, the lady called like, hey, it's a couple in there smoking K2.
Damn.
And first of all, I have a lot of K2, but I've been weeding them out. So when they see my car, they see my maintenance guy's car, they leave out.
Okay.
But I called the cops. I checked the camera from my phone because I was in Philly. Called the cops. The cops came, took them out, called me back to let me know.
So it is on CT film. Okay, that's good.
But they don't care.
Okay.
They don't care. I went in there the other day and told this guy, get off the machine. He's sitting on the machine eating and getting high. Yeah, get off the machine. Like, I see you on camera. I'm coming over here to tell you to get off. He apologized and then didn't leave.
Right.
So then I had to call the cops to be like, and I hate having to call the cops on our people because it's our people,
Right.
but it's a business.
Yeah.
And I can't have women and kids scared to come
Yeah,
there.
listen, don't hate it. You better protect your assets and
Listen.
protect what you're building.
Yeah, because it hurts my customers.
Because they don't respect the fact that somebody's trying to give them something better in a better
Area.
area to work.
Yeah, I done spent way too much money just
Right.
renovating a little bit, and I'm not even finished. So it's crazy that I have to put people out and my people. But if it was a white establishment, y'all wouldn't be in here smoking K2, crack, and everything else.
Right.
So they hate me and they love me because I still, when they out in the streets in the cold, I feed them.
Right.
But then I'd be like, don't hang in my laundromat. I'm gonna feed you, but the catch is don't hang in my laundromat.
So how jumping a little bit. You have any questions? Before
No, keep on.
So you're like a politician because you ran for. You are in politics,
I hate politics.
but you're in it.
We're not considered politicians, Patty and I.
What are you?
Public
Community,
service.
yes, community people.
But you gotta be a little bit of a politician. Because you was running for district justice.
That was the hardest thing.
Yeah.
Are you over that, or are you gonna still keep going?
People ask me every day, "Am I gonna run for something?" I say no. They be like, "I'm gonna write you in."
Why not though? You know the streets. I feel it's good when someone knows, and know people like things.
So there's a rumor that I'm running for Patty's seat. There's a rumor.
Okay.
And
Are we silencing that rumor?
yes,
Okay.
I'm not running for
You're here
anything.
first.
I'm not running for anything. So y'all hear it here first. People are coming for me already in this race that I'm not even running. So I'm sitting back laughing. I don't like politics.
So what, is Patty trying to move forward? Like, she don't want her seat no more? Like, is she going to run for a different style of office?
Or
Or?
she can't tell us.
No comment.
Okay, cool.
No, she's running for state rep again.
Okay,
She is.
all right.
She is. But people think that she's done. They think she's going to go higher up. They think she's ready to go higher up. So it's speculation. There's nothing out
Right.
there. I'm not running for anything, but I appreciate them people putting me in that platform.
Yeah, that's good.
So was she at the White House when they had to vote to get Trump up out of there?
No, but she would have.
She would have.
She would
So how
have.
was it working with her? I mean, it's not. How was it?
It's dope.
You've been there for a couple years, right?
Yeah, I'm going on my 7th year.
Okay.
It's dope. I love that we have a great relationship. We listen to each other, even though she's not from around here. She fights like she is.
Yeah.
She changed laws. Like
She shows her
is.
face.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I
Yeah.
like her. She's cool.
Yeah, she comes to events. I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like it. I like everything about it. I hate the politics part because you're under a scope 24/7. You never can just be chilled and turn up and wild out. And
Does that go for you too?
yeah, you can't punch somebody in the face when you
Yeah,
want
you
because
can't.
you go to jail like.
Yeah.
And then they know you.
And then they're gonna splatter her, and
This is what you got working for you?
Yep. Yep. So it's hard because you got to leave out of places. You got to, bite your tongue sometimes, and I
Right.
struggle with that.
But you're doing well. You're doing. I mean, you do well enough.
Well, I appreciate it.
Because it's the beginning for you still. You feel like you've been in the thick of it for a while, but it's still the beginning.
I like that I've been grinding quietly for years, and now I'm starting to see my season.
Right. You
And
finished school too, right?
I finished school twice.
Twice, yeah.
Yeah, 2017 and 2018, but I didn't get to walk the stage until this year, I think.
Okay.
I got to walk the stage the second time.
Okay.
So that was big for me because I wanted to make sure my dad and my boys,
Okay.
my parents, period,
Yeah,
but
set the tone. I like that.
yeah, I wanted my boys to know you can grind in the streets, still be a dope mom. And I wanted the young girls to see it too.
Right.
So I get a lot of that now where girls are like, I want to run a business or I want to open a laundromat.
There
So
you go.
it's dope for me to show them, like, you don't need a man to help you do X, Y, and Z. Like, you can go to school, you can raise kids to be dope, you can open a business and still be you. Like,
Right.
it ain't easy, but
Yeah.
trying to get that money from them folks ain't easy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But you gotta just keep your head down and then I always say enjoy the process. Enjoy the process.
The process wasn't enjoyable. Like, I worked hard, and then you put that paperwork in, and they keep handing it back, and you keep putting it in, and they keep handing it back. That shit.
I mean, I know, but you just keep.
No, you have to have people in your corner to be like.
Oh, you gotta know them people. Oh,
Yo,
you somebody. Yeah,
I had people like, we're this close. Like
Okay.
Patty's husband, y'all don't know. He's dope. Like, he's like my homie.
Okay.
Like, he went through the grind with me to get this laundromat. Him and Tim and the owner that I bought it from.
Okay.
But every week they were like, like, let's meet for lunch. Let's meet for
I know
happy
the
hour.
owner was like, come on,
But
don't quit on this one. We want you to.
But it was a 9-month process.
Yeah.
9 months.
That's not bad though.
It was because, deals that go quicker, and it's like, I don't got bad credit.
I know, yeah, but who knows deals that go quicker? That's kind of fast.
No.
That's fast.
You wasn't there for the 9 months.
I know it, but just think about it. That's
You birthed a baby.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know how much you had to put your life on display.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I got in my account. This is
Yeah.
what my credit looked
Yeah,
like.
but it taught you some things. It taught you how to manage and how to wait. It taught you how to
Dad's always told me my worst flaw is
Yeah.
my lack of patience.
yeah. Teach you how.
And
to
I'm
wait.
still like that. I get up to the bat, I will hit the first pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think way out
can't
here, you still swinging.
still swing it. I'm gonna hit it too because I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
But lack of patience is. Des was like, that's always gonna be your downfall.
So, if you could give your younger self some advice, what would it be?
Grind younger.
Start early.
Start early, grind younger. Like, if I wish I was my son now, like Dewan.
Okay.
He's hungry now. So when I say I'm going to a meeting, he's like, for what? Do I need to come? Can I come? What is it? What did you learn? What they talk about?
Okay, I like that.
So
I like that.
I wish I was him then.
Okay.
But yeah, I would tell my younger self to start earlier.
Okay.
Know your worth young.
Mhm.
I played around, screwed off some years,
So y'all was this ain't on one of my questions, but I know y'all were doing, I don't want to call it cleanliness. Were y'all helping clean records?
Yeah, expungements and pardons. So I do that too.
Yeah.
I do it for Patty, and then I do it at home for the ones that are too lazy and too scared. Let me choose my words.
I got a small possession charge from 2005. I
Yeah.
can come to you.
Yeah, we can expunge that thing off for
I
pardon.
don't think you can expunge my stuff.
Okay, so let me explain that to y'all. If it's misdemeanors, if it's summary offenses and charges that you were not convicted of but charged with, they can be expunged off. If they're misdemeanor 2s and 3s, they can be limited sealed, which means you can they'll be on your record, but they can't see them.
Okay.
And then if they're misdemeanor 3-1s and felonies, then you have to get a pardon and then expunge them all.
Okay.
And the pardon process is free. You just got to do the legwork.
Okay.
Expungements can range from $300 to $132.
Okay, that ain't bad.
You just got to put in the work.
Yeah,
People don't want,
free.
they want to come and be like, here. And then you'd be like, you didn't do the essay part. I'll do the rest, just do the essay
Oh,
part.
I got to do an essay?
You got to,
I type of essay in my sleep.
oh,
I'll
well.
write an essay I'll change
It's anyway you want to be free. You
Yeah.
need to be free.
I tell people to do it now because the governor we got is dope.
Right.
Okay.
And if we get another governor, we might end up with a Trump
Because
or something.
Brandon Flood being in his seat, does that help too?
Yes, yes,
Look at me.
yes, yes.
Okay.
It does.
Yeah.
He's a face. He gives
No, because
people
we've had him
hope.
here, but I know I didn't. If that kind of goes hand in hand with what y'all are doing.
So when I say I'm struggling to answer the question,
Because they're
Because
not all
people-
tied in. Right.
yes, because people expect to go to him and say, hey, wipe my record. And then he wipes their record. No, that's not the case. You got to go through the process.
Right.
And then you can't have him put your application on the top. Because
Right.
they numbered. Like, it's not easy for him. So I hate when people be like, does Brandon help? Yes, he helps because he gives people that hope.
Right.
But he's not going to fast track your stuff.
Got you.
If he's going to answer your questions thoroughly. He's going to guide you like anybody would, but don't expect a hookup. Like, stop expecting hookups.
Yeah. It's early. I don't want to and I say that because I do want to talk about Tears for Tarina.
Mhm.
And I know you. I know you. That's why I asked my wife. I said, I don't know how to go there because I don't.
It's a tough time.
She don't recover fast, so we might be still in here crying. I ain't got the tissue.
Hold it together.
So I wanted to ask you, what has been your experience with the loss of Tarina, and explain why it's so important for you to keep her legacy alive.
Where did you come up with that question?
He reads books.
Why?
Huh?
Read the question again without my emotions being involved.
Yes,
Okay,
that's
go
what I
ahead.
was trying to wait. Was it too early?
You got to pull your politician
Yeah.
face out.
We can have church at the end.
Okay.
All right. So it was like, what has been your experience with the loss of Tarina, and explain why it is so important to keep her legacy alive.
All right, let me start at the top then. The experience has been traumatic for the most.
Yeah.
It's been a journey. So to be able to get to this year's 8th anniversary date, it was a struggle.
Yes.
Not as hard as it was the first couple years, but it still was like a blow to the stomach. I still kind of was like emotional, couldn't get myself together. The stuff show up on my timeline and I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know, and then Tyree, she has 3 sons, but Tyree looks just like her, you know, so when he walks in my house now with his deep voice and I turn around because I don't know he's coming, you know, because Amir will just go pick him up and bring him and it's like, oh, because it's like you turn around
Yeah,
there's
you have
Tarina.
to- yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, you know, even though he's always around, it's
Right.
still breathtaking sometimes when he looks just like her. So I never lost a best friend. You know, you lose family members, you lose elderly, you lose people that are sick or in a car accident or something like that. But to lose somebody young and to lose them so viciously,
Yeah.
it's been a struggle and it's been a eye-opening experience because I go to prisons with part of my job to speak to lifers
Okay.
and give them hope about getting out. So I had to humble myself
Right,
at
right,
Greaterford.
Right.
I'm in a room with 200 lifers,
Right.
and some of them I know, like Bobby Brown and, you know, people like that. And I'm just like, so I told them I had to be real. I said, I can't sit in this room and stomach this. I said, I know somebody, like they killed my sister, like my best friend. I don't want him to ever get out. So
Right.
y'all telling me y'all reformed and y'all want to get out. I don't relate to y'all.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah.
they were like,
Oh, you said that to them?
yes.
I mean, I'd rather be real. Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I seen the flip side of it because I seen Bobby's situation where, you know, he was getting bullied by somebody and spit on and threatened, and then he shoots them when they punch him in the face, and now he's doing life when they offered him 10 years on the table, and then he went to court to fight that because his lawyer said you got a good shot, and then he ends up with life, and not like, okay, let's give you 10 to 20 or 20 to 30 or 40 or whatever. No, we're going to just give you life since you didn't take the 10 years. well, y'all thought I was going to get 10 years, but y'all give me life? Like, where's the middle?
Yeah.
You know, so I could relate to Bobby because I'm like, you might not belong here for life. You don't belong here. Juvenile lifers don't belong here for life. I got boys, I couldn't imagine them doing something at this age and spending the rest of their life in jail. I couldn't. So this experience has been crazy because it's humbling me, because when they offered Donnell they offered the family the death penalty for him, and Tarina's mom took it off the table, I freaked out.
Yeah, because she is. I met her. I didn't know her, but I could just her
Christian
whole vibe was just love,
just peaceful, just
like it was different.
And the whole room, like even Tarina's dad was like, "We're taking it off the table." Like I was raging inside, but
You think it probably hurts you more to live with it.
And yes, but she did it also because of the boys too, the younger boys that are his. So I was like, I don't know if
It's hard to understand.
Like they just would have been without mom and dad, like you know.
So did he get life though?
He got life plus 12 years or something like that. But he does little stuff like put in the pills, and we get notifications when they move him different jails. So you wake up at 5 a.m, you got a text message, and it says Donnell Price. You know, first thing bold, Donnell Price has been moved from SCI Rockview to SCI Camp Hill, and you're like, what? For what?
Yeah, how's he getting closer? Yeah.
But it's only for the appeal hearing, and then they bring him back.
Oh,
but you get this message every time he's moved different jails.
Okay.
But to lose your best friend, to lose somebody you play softball with, like it messed me up. I just got back on a softball field after 8 years this past summer. I still struggle riding past her house, and now that it blew up and it's an empty lot, it's like freaking me out. But it definitely, it's a blessing to be able to carry her legacy.
Right.
And it's important for me to keep her legacy alive because domestic violence is serious in our community. We as young black women, we sweep it under the rug. We keep it as a hush-hush. Because they think it's embarrassing, they think it's shameful, but they do that stuff across the river. You know, people with money, politicians, they rape their wives, and you know, you still better show up with that ring and smile on your face the next day.
Just the whole presidents for being out in front of people. Yeah.
So it's serious, and I try to explain to people it doesn't have to be an abusive relationship. Tarina wasn't in an abusive relationship. It just turned bad one day.
Yeah.
You know, they broke up, he moved out, they were living separate, he couldn't handle it, and he was plotting to kill her for 30 days. You know, 30 days went by and you told the officer you were going to kill her, and for 30 days you plotted to kill her.
Calling her job and everything.
Calling her job, cutting the alarm system off,
yeah.
disconnecting the alarm system at the house, you know, cut her cell phone off, like crazy stuff you did for 30 days. Like, so people like that, I just don't think they should ever get out of jail.
Right.
But so I've been getting humbled and punched in the face, like, hey, you got to change your train of thought. And you know, going into prisons, I just be like, for real, like, God, what did I do for these lessons? But hey, I appreciate them now. But
I think what I get from you is you're a friend that most people don't have. For someone, she doesn't know it, but it's big for the people that know her. It's big that you can't forget, because I lost friends in the street, you know, family members, and I respect what you're doing, because that is something that I would want to do. And to have someone, I want a friend like you, you know, someone that would want to keep my legacy going, keep things going that I love to do, you know, with her sons and her family, softball, sports. You hold events, you stick to it annually. You don't let up. You don't let life stop that. You know what I mean? And I commend that, because you know that you're going to hold that purpose. And it's not just in a month. Wife, don't get me.
You
know what domestic violence month is.
Yeah, she will.
Because I tell her, it's not. I told her, I said, I'm gonna bring it up because it's not just about a month. Because she was like, have her in October, and you could do. I was like,
I know. I thought you forgot about
I
me.
didn't forget.
I was like,
I wasn't waiting.
You forgot about me. Like October then came and went.
I know, but see, it wasn't. You know.
Everything happens for
time. Yeah, and we here now.
We're here now.
So,
Listen,
No, I had the baby in October, so I wasn't around. Mika did it with you.
Yeah, you wasn't around. He wasn't. Yeah, that's when
Sorry.
he was disappearing. He had the baby.
Well, Savannah had the baby. I was just there.
I mean, you was too busy trying to get your Slim Thug on.
You got the button.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
He's smooth.
He picture ready.
I'll be sure.
Yeah, I'm picturing. We're doing holiday pictures after this.
Picture ready.
Yeah.
So you brought your home too. Didn't you buy a house?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
I mean, you still brought a house. That's
Oh.
right.
I'm still renting and shit.
Yeah, we just trying, you know.
Listen.
You leveling up out here. You just trying to be all.
Okay, get a house up. I need a big house, but I need to get my coins right. I gotta get my coins right.
Well, it's going to grow.
So it's like new house, second laundromat. So
yeah, I'll go second one.
I know Duane. We went and looked at one, and so Duane is like, "I'm gonna take the one on Market Street." And I'm like, "No." So he's like, "You gonna increase my pay?" And I'm like, because he's the janitor, he cleans it at night.
Okay.
But yeah, he's like, "So you gonna up my pay to this amount, and I get a raise and a bonus?" I'm like, "Yo, relax."
Yeah, he's already.
So if them folks don't give me a hard time on these coins the second time around, then I'm gonna go ahead for the second one.
You gonna put Morris out of business?
I'm trying.
So
I'm trying. That's my competition.
We're approaching 2020. So do you have plans that you mind sharing, or you want to just wait? Because I always say you don't discuss your plans, just put them in action.
I don't, and that's why when people was like, "You bought a laundromat," yeah, 9
Yeah,
months.
that's just
I put my head down. Yeah, I put my head down and grinded for that.
I'm have a whole lot of stuff. Don't just let that shock you.
Listen, and it hurt to hand over that check too.
What?
I had to
The
wipe
last
out
one?
all types of accounts. Listen, close all types of accounts to
It's
hand
gonna
over.
work out. You got at least. I'm happy that you did it. People will get to that point and be like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do it."
I quit a few times. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Patty's husband, John. That's his name, John.
Shout out to John.
John is the man. Him and Tim literally every day.
Okay.
Because I was like, I quit. I ain't dealing with them folks no more. They ain't gonna tell me I ain't good enough to get their money, like, and they ain't giving me the whole bag anyway.
Right.
I needed this amount. And y'all gonna say, here, we give you this amount. You come up with this amount, and then I'm scraping and scratching and going without. But it's worth it to see. It's still new to me though. Every time I ride past, every time I go in there, I'm like, I own this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it freaks me out. I'll be like, I own this. But it's dope. God got me there for a reason, and I'm telling you, it's not to clean laundry.
Right.
I'm saving lives in that joint every week. I'm telling you, I had a guy overdosing in there.
The community now.
Listen, I had a guy overdosing in there from Marysville, and I called the cops, and then I was like, and then because I sit on Dauphin County Prisons Advisory Committee, I was like, is he getting treatment? Like, because he's young, is he getting treatment? Like, I'm advocating after I got him locked up.
Right.
And then his mom showed up at the laundromat with a gift. And my maintenance guy, like, yo, this lady here for a gift for you.
Probably say that guy's life.
The mom said, my son is 20-something years old. He was overdosing, and you didn't just kick him out. Like, you made sure he went there. And then I heard that you found out if he was getting treatment or not. Like, who does that? Who cares when they kick somebody out their business? So she dropped off a nice little gift. So I was like, oh, wow, this is dope. Right. And I had a young girl run to the laundromat because she was trying to get abducted by her Uber driver. And I took her home, and she never told her mom. So I doubled back to the house the next day and found the address, called the cops. The cops went and told mom. Mom never knew. They was able to press charges on the guy. So I'm in that place not to do laundry.
Okay.
But to answer your question for 2020,
I don't gotta go into your plans.
I'm not, but I'm going to share this because next year I plan to grind even harder. But it's my son's senior year, so I plan to travel and spend as much time with him. So he doesn't know we going to Jamaica for graduation. Like, I'm doing it big. I'm seeing the world as much as I can in these next 8-9 months with my babies. But I am, so this isn't nothing new because it's called Fox's Wash and Go. We're in the process of busting out the bathroom in the laundromat and turning it into a wash and go, so people can drop off their dirty laundry, or my son can pick them up. And so we already got a contract from Tennessee. We'll be able to wash his towels and smocks and stuff. So I'm excited for phase 2 to get that other bag. So
Okay.
that's the second phase. So
Okay, Carter 2.
hey, you can drop it. Drop your dirty. I need Fox's washing God. I need everybody. If you single and you don't want to do your laundry, if you young and don't know how, if you got a business, and I need all them coins, and we'll pick them up.
People would do it because I know people that don't got wash machines. They going to the laundromat and there you go.
Yeah.
You call, they pick it up.
And they got them in there, so
Okay.
I'm going for that.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I'm proud, baby.
Oh, thank you. You're so nice behind the mic. Boy, let me start asking some questions. Like,
I'm ready.
no, I ain't got one.
He's stern.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, you're lucky I'm all over the place today, or I'll dig out some questions.
I'm good.
I do got a question, though. What's up with the dancing?
I love dancing. I was about to say that about your laundromat because I'll be in front of her making videos.
Yo, this guy.
Come wash.
First thing in the morning.
Come wash.
With his biker shorts.
Come
Look
wash.
like you walking around.
I'll be in there making videos and everything, folding clothes in there.
I already got.
Marcus. Go to Marcus.
Uh-uh.
That's what my kids. I don't know who DeMarcus is. I'm gonna find out one day. I just be hearing the kids outside the school like, "Go to Marcus, go to Marcus."
DeMarcus?
Hey, whoever. It must be somebody on YouTube.
DeMarcus? All
Yeah.
right.
Must be on YouTube. I don't know who he is, but I guess he be killing it.
Apparently.
Yo, we got to get a dodgeball team together next year for her.
Bro. Oh yeah, I was listen. We got time.
I'm glad you know my schedule better than I do too.
Take some heads off. All the guys you train.
First of all, no. Brett is soft with the dodgeball. He acts like he is so soft. He played 1 year dodgeball and ain't come back because he couldn't recover. Didn't even play kickball.
Listen, it claimed my life.
It claims your life.
It changed my life. I'm used to being sore, right? But this was another type of sore. From throwing this ball, from dodging, from sliding, and doing this, your body does another. It was crazy. I'm talking about.
You're being serious right now?
I'm as a heart attack.
He
My wife
said
was like, "We can go." I said, "I'm gonna go, but I'm coming in flip flops
he did not
with no
know.
socks, because I'm not playing. Can't nobody talk me into playing. Can't nobody say, "Hey, since you can't play." I ain't got.
You're being serious right now.
I was gonna wear a dress suit. If she had it, I was gonna just come support and don't wear no sneakers, flip flops, and
He
socks.
didn't even play kickball this year.
It could have been snow on the
We
ground.
gotta start putting together
And then,
Bishop Bang teams for events.
Listen, the recovery. I'll put together a team, but I'm not playing.
But why can't you just stretch or do some hot
No, it's
yoga
not
or
the same.
something?
Some hot yoga.
Listen, they had the African. I want to say kickball team show up. I don't know who Tiger Rose, where they got these 15-year-olds with calf muscles that look like they just came from Wakanda.
Probably got
They
his
was out there
family from
kicking
down
balls,
south.
and that was like, and then at the dodgeball, it's Cougar players that throwing 100 yards.
Them
They out
balls
there,
is pounding.
I was like, yeah, no,
I slept like
Bro,
a baby after
it was
that.
crazy. Like
You play too?
Yeah, she
It was
played.
Even though you run the event?
We was playing.
Even though you run it, you play
We was
too?
getting our head, or they was out there with
It was brutal. It was brutal. We was on a team together.
Yes.
He played all soft. I wanted to fight him.
I was the last one on the thing.
Yeah, and he gassed out. Gassed
I
out.
looked up everybody out. I'm like, and here I got 20-year-olds over there just swinging them. I was like, yeah,
That's how fast they was coming
it
too.
was crazy.
You missed kickball this
It
year.
was crazy. I ain't listening. I know the youth come out. We getting old.
No, we didn't.
Leland was like,
Oh,
Leland was like,
he threatened to sue me.
he said, I'm petitioning for a old folk league and a young people league. Cause them kids.
We up the age this year
It was
though for
crazy.
kickball. We did. We said 21 and over, 25 and over. One of the two.
That don't
But
me.
we still had to leave Tiger Rose and them team in it. So they were the only young team. And when I tell
They
you,
won 2 years straight, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
but we gave them a run this year though.
Oh, where?
At
I'll
kickball.
run the where?
We did. But let me tell you, the crazy thing is one of the young boys showed up with metal cleats. First play of the game, first roll, he kicked the ball bust. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Metal cleats.
Right, listen, they come out there for real. You talking about my shorts? It was dudes out there with their quads showing that they had. I was like, what? Kicking
Yeah.
the ball. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yo, I had Hanif on my team. He was like player of the league. Like, he was catching
Yeah, he
outfielders.
track. He out there sliding probably and doing all
Doing
types
the high
of
jump.
Yo, he's on my team indefinitely.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, you got you. Going. Okay. So
I got a ringer. Yep.
Okay.
He was the bomb.
I got a ringer.
Oh, that's how. He was one of y'all. He kept y'all in there.
Listen, he caught the ball with the girl. The girl caught the ball. He caught her in the ball. I was like, put her down in the ball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one year, I thought it was Shauna. It wasn't. It was Tawana. Boomer slid in Tawana at second base. She went up in the air. He caught her, but he never let his foot off that bag.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's competitive.
Pull a hamstring.
This year though was a blessing though, because we had like organizations like AT&T, Comcast, D&H, like we had real teams coming out like ready to rumble.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And we tried to do a black catering company or restaurant, and so last year Joe Mama's did it. They sold out. This year Smokehouse. I can't think of the guy's name, and he's gonna kill me, but out Susquehanna. Oh, I can't think of his name. They got the Smokehouse. It's called Smokehouse something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they sold out. But that's how teams lose, though. Because why are you over there eating baked macaroni and cheese? Yeah, get a plate and put it in your car. But you over there eating macaroni and cheese and wonder why you done fell out on the side.
Yeah.
Like,
I commend that it's something to look forward to. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it when I was doing it. It was fun looking forward to doing it.
My wife was that last year? She came on the walk, domestic violence walk. She enjoyed that.
The walk, the walk. I think the walk is good. I like the fact that it helps women empower them. I think that is if the women ain't strong, I don't feel the men to be strong, because I feel women with direction and purpose help motivate a man that doesn't. It bring out the potential. And I appreciate that.
I like that the men are showing up. Like, I appreciate you guys. Like, you know, you show up, you participate in the kickballs and the dodgeballs.
I love your consistency. That's I love a consistent person.
Y'all don't know that behind the scenes what I go through. I'll be gassed out. I'll be burnt out. Last year I had 2 miscarriages. I had a miscarriage during kickball, and then I had a miscarriage at Christmas time during a poetry event that day. But I was like, my mom was like, you're not going. Like, you got to cancel or let somebody else run it. I was like, I'll pop some Tylenol and I'll still be there.
Because you got to go to wrestling. They still wrestle?
No,
wrestling.
Right now. Yeah, wrestling.
Basketball. They was playing football. Yeah, you do it. So that's a lot to attend. And
I had a miscarriage. And Dwan had a track meet. It was like 90 degrees.
Was traveling track.
Yes, we were in Baltimore. I was sitting in the sun in some bleachers having a miscarriage and trying to go to a porta potty. Yeah, because it was his first track meet, and I didn't know track parents. Like, this was his first year. And, well, last year was his first year. I didn't know anybody, so I couldn't say, hey, take my son.
Right,
you know,
right.
And this is a new sport to him, and then it's in Baltimore. I was miserable.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like,
so you couldn't get to the hospital too. He was done. Like, did you let him finish?
We didn't even go to the hospital. We knew I knew I was having a miscarriage the night before. So I still got up at 6 a.m. and was like, we rolling out. I'm just gonna change of clothes in case something go wrong, but we gonna sit out in the sun. And my boyfriend kept saying, you okay, like the whole time. And I'm like sitting on some hardwood bleachers in 90-degree weather. But as women, we moms, we do what we gotta do. Like,
that's good to have the support.
Yeah.
It's rough because you're busy.
Listen, that's why I love Shauna, because I'm telling you, she called, and I don't have to call her. Like, she's one of them friends that you don't have to call, and I like friends like that. And I tell people, you gotta have friends that love you and invest in you and are always there for you. Shauna called and be like, where you need me? What you need me to do? What time? And I'm like, what time? She's like, what time? What I gotta do? And I'm like, all right. She beat me at events sometime and be like, I'm here, where you at? And I'm coming.
I like because I am entrepreneur at heart. I'll sell anything. So I love the fact that you're like that, and she has a friend that she sees starting a business, doing her thing, and you got her. I don't want to say she's in that field, but she works in that, and I see you be trying.
She didn't stick to the plan. She didn't stick to the plan. Yeah. I'm still mad at her though, but she loves her job, so I love it that she's not coming home angry and frustrated and upset. You know, happy home, huh?
It's been good ever since she signed and started there. Listen here,
and they love her. Yes, I mean everybody loves her.
It's good.
Like, I called the other day and she wasn't at her desk. I'm like, where's she at? They was like at a luncheon at the Capitol. Like, she didn't call me and be like, yo,
Yeah, she in book
meet me
clubs
at
and everything with the folks. I said, go for it, yeah.
going to lunch and that
They got
party.
reading and everything. She on her. She
said,
She works at the Capitol though, or no?
She works with them folks.
With us at the Capitol,
yeah.
but she's outside the Capitol. Like, I'm at the district office,
Right.
and she's at like a satellite office too.
Got you.
So she's at like the State Farm show area, and then I'm like Klein Village. So
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
close. But yeah, she don't call me and be like, meet me at the luncheon. Like, if I can't, I can go.
Yeah,
But
they all the same. It's all the same.
But she don't never. I call her office, be like, I need to order something. She like, I ain't there. Like, they be like, she ain't here. Where the hell she
Yeah,
at?
'cause she be like, I can call it. I get it done faster because I know Urban. They just be like, I ain't even there.
Yeah.
Yo, I sent somebody to your office. Doubt he probably came, but there's an older guy that works for my dad's company. We own a construction company. He's like, I want to get out of this. I'm getting too old. I want to drive CDL. I was like, you know where Patty Kim's office is? They got the new CDL books. Go holler at Angel. Tell her I sent you. I don't know if he came, but
He could have, because I'm not in the office as much as most people. So
okay.
he could have came. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they got the
but-
up to date books.
Yeah.
They got a couple locations, right?
Yeah, we're moving our Stilton office too in January, so we're moving down the street next to Morris's Dry Cleaners and stuff
Okay.
where that Chinese restaurant is. Because listen, I was doing an interview or a panelist somewhere, and somebody's like, "Who do y'all look up to, or who do you want to be?" And I said, "I just want to be better than Morris. Like, I ain't out here battling with no other chicks. I ain't out here battling with no other laundromats. I'm coming for Morris. Morris set the tone, and I'm coming for it."
Mhm.
So I stalk other laundromats though.
Yeah, that's
Listen,
that's good.
I went to Baltimore. This black, it's a Jamaican dude in Baltimore. He owns $1 million laundromat. I went to that joint.
But one of them.
One of them. He owns like 3 in Baltimore.
Yeah, but one of them was like Jesus.
One. So he has 300 machines. He had a lounge area where it was like leather couches and TVs.
Yeah.
It was a play center next door for like in the room beside it for the kids to play in. And then he had a wash and go. He had a free shuttle service, so you can call and get picked up. And their guys is going to load your laundry onto there and load it, unload it. So I was like,
Yeah, I've been.
That's good to see that
Yeah,
though.
when she was telling me about
To think
the
bigger.
laundromat, the one in Virginia, it was dope. Like, and that's what I was with the keys. Like, you ain't gonna play around in there because you can't. If you don't got money on that thing, you can't get in.
so that's how this one laundromat is. I went to. They had a key thing, so it was somebody in there washing at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and I'm like, how you get in? So Mars is up on 6th Street, so like that. It's a key thing for the
Going way up
bathroom.
6.
For the bathroom, it's a key thing.
Okay.
But I think if you go late at night, you got to use the key thing. But it was a key
It
thing.
was all on this little car. You like that joint, the door open and everything.
I'm not going card though. I would never go cards because Morris went cards. So me being the only coin operated
You
joint
helping some
around,
people out.
it's easier because I'm in a distressed district. So being over there, people don't got extra money to put on a card.
Right.
Having an extra quarter or four quarters is cool, but an extra 10 on a card, that ain't gonna happen.
Right.
They call me when the machine mess up and take $1 from them.
Right.
They call me, so I could only imagine if they had extra money.
Yeah.
Listen, if I'm at the car washing it, I need my 75 cents.
See,
I was trying to vacuum, motherfucker.
I'll be dead like, yo, did that joint? Oh yeah, I need my 75 cents. Did that just? Oh yeah.
I'm Gary going Morris's and put up a flyer that I'm coin operated only and all 55.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna
It's
do?
business.
He probably not even around.
Yeah, it's business. They probably don't even. Yeah.
Listen,
That shit been around since I was like mad little. Like,
and he owns a repair shop. So if you got a laundromat and you need repairs,
Okay.
he charges crazy. If I need parts, his parts are like 4 times higher than the regular. I order my parts from New York. That's how crazy it is. Like, and it's 4 times cheaper.
How many? I ain't been in there. I'm gonna stop in there.
16 to 16.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool.
So that's how many machines, washers. But
that's a good start though, right?
So now if I want to wash something, I gotta go to yours. I can't go spend my
mm-mm.
my laundromat money.
No, because
at
I stalk laundromat. So if I see you on one, I'm gonna egg your card.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
that's cool.
You thought down on the low. Like, you should admit that shit on the low.
On the low.
I'm an egg.
Let me tell you about your wife too. I'll be mad.
Yeah.
I'll call her and I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna punch this. I'm gonna wear her out. She'd be like, does she really matter? Is she even in your league? Like, let this go. And I'll be like, but let me tell you what she did. She'd be like, nah, you good. Let it go.
Yeah,
I'll be like,
no matter.
He's like that.
I'm like, you're not gonna let me get it off my chest though, so I feel better. She'd be like, nah, you good.
Yeah,
I
no
mean,
matter.
I got indigestion. Like, let me get it
Or
out.
even if he lets you talk the whole time he's doing this.
So that's where she gets that stupid shit from.
Yeah, I mean, you getting it though, right? Because it's like, let it go.
Yeah, we're not even going to have that energy out
because
here.
listen, yeah, you're doing.
This
Let
help
me tell
me
you
out.
something.
This
Let
help
me tell you something.
But sometimes you gotta let people know that you still.
Nah, they're mad.
That's why you gotta keep a homie in your pocket that'll punch somebody in your
They're
face.
mad, and let them be mad.
I
And
got
just keep
Is
going.
Patty going to see this, or she knows this is how you roll?
She knows her. I trust me.
She knows me.
Yes.
I got a homie. I call her. I be like, listen, I don't condone violence, but need you to go have a talk with somebody.
It's cool.
And she'd be like, all right, who? I'm gonna screenshot you a
It's
picture.
cool. It's cool though. It's just keep growing. That sets it all up.
Listen, even Jesus had enemies.
Listen.
I mean, I don't know. I don't read the Bible, but I'm pretty sure he had.
I think so. If they hold you, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. They was yelling. They was waving and yelling Hosanna one week, and then they was like hanging the next. That's how
You think he ain't put up a fight when they was hanging?
Nah, he let it go.
Yeah.
He let him take it.
Yeah, and he carried his cross.
He let him take it.
I ain't got
I
that
don't know
far
how
yet.
they
My
now.
Christian
I
life.
seen it went up and then up and then up, then went up to the Calvary.
Okay, Bishop.
It was like 6 miles to Calvary.
It was real.
Yeah. So it's not that far from we ain't gonna say where you live, but from off of Derry Street.
I'm beefing with a sex offender.
Oh, God.
Like, come on. No.
Y'all beefing within politics. He sending letters.
I gotta
emails.
keep one eye on him. Even though he live in my hood, I gotta keep one eye on him.
Jesus.
That's the only bad part
It's
about
part of the job.
That's the only bad part about working
Being-
where you work and
yeah,
living in the
living where you
hood. Yes,
But
and
you
then
tough.
nah,
You
I
tough.
gotta renew my gun license next week.
You tough.
Literally,
You tough.
I'm renewing my gun license
Okay. All right.
because at the end of the day,
See, that's why
I
I
gotta
want this
protect
little
mine.
small possession charge expunged. I can't get a gun license with a
Listen,
little weed
and
charge,
please
right?
do not go try to purchase a gun and let them tell you can purchase a gun with any
Now,
charge.
I wanted to talk about that.
Yes.
Hold up.
I
So
did a
can't
live
get a shotgun
video.
from my
Yes, you
house?
did that.
I did a live video because
Santa said,
With a small weed charge.
Listen,
No, it was a gram of pot.
Mm-mm.
I can't get a shotgun from my house.
you will go to jail
let me tell you what I did.
with a felony.
So this happened. She told me, "What
Are you fucking serious?
Listen, I'm paying right now. I was at the listen. Listen.
Did you do this after I did the
This was
video?
way before. I've been
Oh.
paying this fine since. Yes, I was. They listen. I'm.
What the fuck?
So
It was a gram of weed back in
listen, I read this
2005.
thing, so I was looking over. I said, okay, I might can get this. Because it said, well, so I went and filled out this paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you, they called me and was like,
Turn
is this Mr. Mosley? I was like, who is this? They was like, this is Detective. Weren't you told that you were not supposed to own a firearm? I'm like, man, I ain't had a charge since 2002. And it wasn't, he was like, I don't care. You are being charged with, they charged me with
falsifying
information,
trying to possess a gun.
being
convicted.
convicted.
But I'm not a felon. That don't matter.
Yes, you are.
Listen. When I tell
Yes,
you,
you are.
they said,
I had a misdemeanor.
bro.
You're a convicted felon. That's
Listen.
when people mess it up.
Yes,
because that sign says.
it runs into.
The sign says,
get
have you ever been convicted of a felony, or if you are a convicted felon, you cannot possess a firearm. People think because they don't have a felony or because they're not a convicted felon that it doesn't apply to them, and then they fill out that paperwork. And what the
And I
state
was
police officer told me is it's an easy arrest for us.
Yes, I was in the courthouse, like I was in front of the judge in criminal court. I was like, what the? And
It's a felony. They give the
started-
guys felony and
Yes.
misdemeanor ones for that. If
For
you apply,
possession of a
the felony is
Listen, this
possession.
was just for filling it out.
You go to Bass Pro and try to fill out
Yes.
a purchase for a
They
gun.
would start talking about, did you know that you could be doing 5 years? So we told, I said,
Yeah.
oh, you're about to send me to jail. They said, no,
Mandatory.
since we're not going to send you to jail, we're going to give you this fine. That fine was $2,000, and I was on probation for 6 months.
Yep.
This was a while ago.
Just recently, I'm still paying it.
Jesus Christ.
No.
And listen, I had a PO coming in here and checking my, I was like, what the hell? Well, yes, and I had to report everything just for filling out that.
So if I go through this whole expungement thing, am I okay?
You have to go through the process.
I probably can fill that out. They still gonna be like, man, we'll get your ass out of here.
But if you go, I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
they vicious. That's just filling it out.
I did the video because I was frustrated because 3 people walked in my office back to back, and then they got charged like the next week because they literally went.
I watched the video. Shauna sent it to me. She said, "Ain't this funny? Look," and then she sent it to me. She didn't even say what it was. So I watched it. I said, "Ain't that a?"
I should have.
Yes, because this guy was like from down, bro. Look, the dude that was sitting there, I told him everything that he was like. Go ahead and fill it out.
That's what they tell people because they don't know because they may be in the shoe department and get sent to work in the gun department that day and don't know nothing about
fill it out. Only thing I did was fill it out and turned it in.
And what happens is they send it to state police and state police flag it because you're a convicted felon and then they charge you. So it's an easy arrest because they don't gotta. Yeah, they don't gotta come find you. They don't gotta. Nothing. They ain't on a high speed chase to get you. We just gonna charge you.
Serious too. They be serious about that. Yes.
Yeah, let me get this thing.
I got court papers in the mail. Everything. Come to criminal court. Everything. You better be there.
But see, Brain just sent me the paperwork, but.
Yeah, so
Alright, so I'm gonna fill it out, or I can come.
Alright,
I'll come holler at you.
So I'm just gonna put tape on the handle and just keep it. What? I'm just being honest.
But see, I've been in trouble twice after that, and I had ARD for those 2 situations.
I got a family to protect. I'm just saying.
If you successfally complete it.
Both of them, I ain't playing around.
I don't know how you get ARD twice because they just get
it 2 different counties.
That's
and the dude told me I thought I was getting one too. I was hyped. I was like, oh, go to Marcus. Go to Marcus. I thought I was getting one. I thought I was getting one. I was hyped.
Don't go apply for nothing. Not even a shotgun.
Yeah, because I was going to get something from my house.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. And they was like,
yeah, I wasn't even.
So people are misconstrued because you can have a firearm in your house.
Right.
And you can conceal one in your house. But then if you're a convicted felon, you cannot. But people think I can purchase one and have one in my house. You cannot without a gun.
Yes.
Your gun license is for you to have it in your house. People walk around with it. It's not a carry permit or nothing. Right. It's for your house. It's licensed for your.
Yeah, I couldn't even get that.
Yeah.
They was
honey,
bad.
people. So I had a girl. She got her gun license in Atlanta, but she had an old felony case here. So she applied for a gun license here because she got one in Atlanta. But when she applied one for here, they issued a warrant for her arrest.
Yes, they is not playing too, and you better.
Yeah, but she explained to them like, "Here's my gun license in Virginia." But I mean, they
ain't care.
The guy was like, "No, fill it out. You're fine."
Yeah.
She got booked the next week.
So this is any misdemeanor?
Summary.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Then you ruined your chance. So that's why you gotta stay like.
Listen, they flagged me one time. I was getting on a plane and to go somewhere. I don't know where I was going, but I had a warrant for my arrest for taxes. I had already put in for my gun license. I literally could not get my gun license because they said that I had a warrant for my arrest, but it was for taxes. And then I didn't owe any money. I didn't sign one of the tax forms when I sent it in. So they issued a warrant. They never sent me nothing in the mail like, we need you to come sign some tax form. I only found out because I got pulled over in the parking lot at the airport. But the guy was like, I'm not going to let you miss your flight. It doesn't say you owe any money, so go ahead and go, but take care of this when you get back. I had a letter denying my gun license when I got back, and it was taxed.
Yeah, when I tried to get me a gun license, they didn't even send me a letter or shit. They didn't call me. They didn't tell me nothing.
They ain't say nothing?
I called them like a month or two later. They were like, yeah, you can't get it, buddy. I'm like, well, y'all could have told me.
At least they ain't book you, because they gave me a 20, what was it? 20.
Yeah, you can apply for your gun license.
Yeah, I tried, because I got in trouble.
And you won't get charged, but you can't apply for a gun.
Yeah.
To purchase a gun, because you will get charged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was for the license. I was at the courthouse. I ain't even tried. I came in there, y'all. And then I was right back in there going to court in front of the judge. They was
I didn't notice you had the tears for tears.
I wear that all the time.
Yeah, I just noticed that too.
It blended in with your shirt.
I wear it all the time.
Oh, thank you.
When I met her, because remember, Shauna just came back from, we had just, and I met her at the Cougars game. She was working the concession stand. And she came over and gave me a hug like she knew me forever.
Yes, sir.
Like, it was crazy, and we was just talking, and she was just happy to see Shauna because she ain't seen her in so while, and they was just hugging, and she was just talking, and they was all emotional. I'm like, okay. And then that happened. It was just like, I seen my wife. It was bad. It was bad. Like, she wasn't good, and it hurt me so much seeing her in that position, and just me meeting her that time, and just that embrace just stuck with me. You know, I went to the funeral. I supported my wife, and it was just like it was something that stuck with me. So I am very militant when it comes to women being in domestic violence or being with someone thinking that you're I have a zero tolerance for the excuses for it, and the men that are like that. So
but we need more men to step up though and say, keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
Get you a new chick, something. Because if you with that woman and she makes you that bad that you got to punch her.
Don't even get a new chick. You need help.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even be dating, because I think people like that. What supporting are you doing?
Yeah.
What, like, you're supposed to be nurturing and taking care of and helping. So I look at it that if it's that, you don't need to be with nobody. You have some issues that you need to iron out that might have started from what you've seen in your house, and there's some things that needs to be,
dealt with.
Yeah. So that's when then we'll go into mental health. That's why everything,
a lot of shit ties into
yeah.
But I fought guys though because they don't hold each other accountable sometimes. If he call you and be like, yo, I had to punch her in her face because she got on my nerves.
He would know better.
I mean, but guys call guys and be like, yo, I had to smack this bitch last night. Like, and then the homie be like, what she do?
Yeah, but see,
what she do?
Instead of checking him.
Yeah, the guys ain't checking guys. Like, why did you have to smack him? Like, come on.
I've been at fault for not checking somebody before. Watch a nightclub, watch my homie jump on his girl.
Yeah.
I tried to separate it. The bouncer was about to fuck me up, but when it was all said and done, I should have checked him like that next morning when it was all sobered up.
Like, nigga,
but you can't do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So guys don't, and that's what I fought guys for, because it's just they comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Females be like, you let him hit you, like you did, like
The
that's
right
right.
look at her face.
Yeah. But guys, they just be like, oh, okay,
So real quick, in closing, give me something.
Hold up. Let's do this first.
Okay. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I think we have this pushed over so long.
All right.
This.
So Dewan's idea was to feed the homeless. So
That's your son, right?
Yes,
Okay.
my 13-year-old. So every year, literally, every year we feed the homeless. Every year we go to the Boys and Girls Club. We do the 500 homeless kids.
Okay.
And then we used to go to the church and feed the homeless. Okay. So for Thanksgiving, he wanted to do something real big. He planned it and everything. I just got caught up with with my schedule, and I didn't get to push it through for him. So what I did was cook 10 plates. And we served 10 plates to the homeless under the bridge, and it touched him or something. So then he said, well, let's feed him for Christmas. And I said, okay, we'll open the laundromat up, and we'll just feed them. We'll give them new blankets. We'll let them wash their clothes. I'll start taking donations. And then boom, when I tell you I'm so grateful for this community, because whatever me and my son need, people are flooding us. And when I say flooding us, there's turkeys, there's hams, there's...
You need any more turkeys?
Not really.
Alright. I meant to bring it with me, but I'm glad I didn't, because if you don't need it...
I mean, not really. I'm not turning none down because I'm going to cook
I got this
whatever.
big ass turkey. I'm like, I don't want to cook it for real.
Yeah, so Chris Franklin and Jason Bias is dropping off 3 turkeys and 2 pies tomorrow night. Okay. And then I got other people cooking turkeys and hams. I got a ham in my car now.
That good dude, Jason Bias, my boy.
Yeah, that's we go way back.
Me too.
Yeah, back when y'all was yeah, that's my homie. So Christmas Day, I'm letting the homeless come in, wash a load of their dirty laundry. If they want to throw away a load,
mother lovers.
Listen, my water bill a month is $700.
Damn, wash it clothes.
Yeah.
So just because she owns a business, don't be trying to come to her for loans, because it takes money to make money.
Listen, and I ain't got none.
Hey sis,
no, did you pay his water bill?
What? I'll be in here wanting to tell them to cut the water off.
They be in there, don't do Marcus. It's like,
I had to fight the Marcus. I don't know.
At the XL. What you doing here,
Marcus, get the fuck out.
Listen. But you wouldn't be the first though.
Yeah.
Naeem Finley, he did a song in there, and I watched his live video because we Facebook friends, and I was like, that's my laundry man. He doing the video on. This was like a couple weeks ago. He killed the song. And I was like, hey. Okay, back on track. So Christmas Day.
We got 50 seconds.
Christmas Day, the homeless can come do their laundry, eat, take a plate to go, get new blankets, socks, gloves, hats, or whatever. So we're still taking donations up until the day.
That's what's
all
up.
Right.
So
show up. All right, we appreciate you.
I have fun.
Oh, what's the address to the laundromat?
Oh, 1254 Market Street in Harrisburg.
So
12
wash
to
your
2.
clothes there.
Yes, come wash your clothes. I need all them coins. We are coin
Literally.
operated.
Literally.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I had
Did you
fun.
have fun?
I had fun.
We love.
Can I come back?
Yeah, you can come back. We got some repeat offenders here.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't never been one of them.
Yeah.
What up?
You'll never
What's
get
going
clemency.
on?
All right, we out. Peace.
Peace.
Happy holidays.
All right,
Happy
peace.
holidays.